G'day guys, it's Ninja here. Got Leo here today. Gonna treat Leo's lower back. So recently he's been doing lots of squats and probably missing out a few other things, and his body's got a bit of imbalance has been created. I'll let you talk a bit more on it. What's going on there?
Yeah, just kind of tweaking my back, doing some wide stance steadies yesterday. It almost felt like a bit of a release to start with, so I don't necessarily think it's too much of a bad thing. Like, I've had some lower back issues in the past and it hasn't felt like anything like that. So sometimes some of these strains or pulls can be a bit of a release for the body, and I think that's what I felt initially because there was no pain, so that's a good thing. But yeah, typically just some achiness has presented afterwards in my lower back. I've been dealing with a bit of achiness through my whole kind of posterior back for about a month now, and not too bad, like not to the extent where I've really needed any treatment, but just something that I haven't really had before. And I think part of it is because I've been doing a lot of upper body push and not as much pull at all really that I used to do. So there's probably a little bit of an imbalance going on also, I think, between kind of my pushing and pulling muscles. And I think what I think needs to happen is just to get some more strength into my back, so get back onto my pulling work. You know, I've reached this kind of plateau with my pull-ups and I can get 10 pretty easily. So I think, you know, that sense of just having accomplished something hasn't really forced me to pursue it anymore. So, but I think with all the pushing that I'm doing and all the squatting, I'm missing out on a bit of sort of general back strength. So I guess that's what the lesson is learned today. Elliot did a bit of a chat this morning and he was talking about how lats kind of, they do tie into your lower back, and they're a big part of it. And even when I did a treatment before with Shan treating that area, there was some stuff discussed about how the lats tie into the lower back, and, you know, given my lack of pull-ups recently or lack of pulling strength, it's made a bit of sense for me to go back to the drawing board and I think incorporate a bit more pulling strength, and obviously chucking an elbow in there as well, maybe a bit of treatment and some you know, clean first, build second should get it on its way. So I'll let Ninja take over and we'll get my lower back sorted.
Yeah. Right, bro. Jump on, man. Little towel. Just gonna pull this down a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Just expose that top of your glute. Just starting off on the sacrum, just my way that I always start. It's something that I can do really easily, but it just really allows me to tap into the person, connect, and just kind of feel what's going on that sacrum, because sacrum is it's like the plug for us, and it's missed out on so many people's treatment, because it's, you know, taught at school that you don't treat it because it's the bone. So when you feel this though, you differ. You kind of know that it's actually a really important part of the body. It feels really therapeutic, and just a place where you can start. How's that feel for you, man?
It feels pretty good. Just some nice pressure through there at the moment.
Yeah. If I kind of angle out a bit, get a bit of SIJ, how does that feel?
Yeah, it feels nice. I guess that back part of your hand on the middle of my sacrum, really.
Just the lower bit is more therapeutic.
Yep.
Change angle a bit.
Yeah, that's nice there.
Just there?
Yep.
Just hold that for a bit. Reinforce with my opposite hand so I get a bit more pressure. I'm just going to change angle again. How's that, man?
Yeah, it just feels nice. It just feels nice through the glute.
So it's a good way to start. Some people will feel like this is the spot too. That kind of things are zinging down their legs, or they just sort of know that's the source of their pain. So yeah, it's just a really good place to start. Remembering that there's real thick fascia, about even that thick of rubber on top of the bones here. So that rubber needs to be really strong. It's a really kind of integral part, but it needs to have a bit of flex in it as well, so you can bend and you can twist and you do all the things you need to do. So I'm just going to go into the glute just a little bit, just get those glute attachments. So I've just really slowly gone from that midline of the sacrum and just sort of been hitting the glute tendons now. So just changing it around like that. So I'm just going to slowly come out. And I just let the body breathe, like that. So there's a bit of information traveling back and forward just in that little bit there, just of what's changed. You know, that tissue will have melted that bit, you know, more blood can flow through, nerves can flow through better, things like that. So it just gives you know, your chance to, the brain and the body to connect up and kind of figure out what's going on. So now I'm just going to use my heel of my hand again, get into that money spot we talk about in a lot of our videos. So it's just sort of a way to go ease in using the palm before you kind of go in with the big gun, the elbow. How's that feeling in there, man?
That's, feeling like where I want it to be held, man, compared to where you were before. So this one's making more sense for me.
So it's good to explore and have comparison. You know, the sensations, they've got so much intelligence in these sensations when you interpret them. Kind of, you just know when you have work done what it means. And like, it's our job as practitioners to be tuned in and kind of interpret what it feels like under our hands, under our thumbs, under our elbows as well. What feels healthy, what feels dense and blocked and stuck, traumatized, scarred, all those kind of things, and work them appropriately. You know, work at the rate that person is wanting to go at. You know, so that's the key. How's it feeling now, man?
It's just on the right line, man.
So
nice, and it feels good on the bone, really.
So Leah wanted me to kind of travel out sideways, laterally. To kind of hit these sort of attachments along the edge of his pelvis here, and kind of clear the gunk. It's kind of stuck. So you can kind of see I'm just really slowly traversing out, but I'm staying really connected and giving that tissue time to receive and unravel, you know. So I'm not going to surprise it by going fast and really going aggressive and you know, bruising you. It's a consensual thing, like that. And we feel a good spot there.
Yeah, that's ramping up a bit, but just the pace allows me to just, I guess, receive the treatment, you know?
And it's okay, you know, it's sort of uncomfortable. You can breathe, but you're kind of not overwhelmed and wanting to just fucking kick it out and, you know, run away. You're willing to go through it because you know that it's for the greater good. Like that. So I'm just using my body weight. This opposite hand really helps me stay on the track. And go right through. Is it still strong out this way?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's good, man.
So I'm just going to see it through.
Yeah, there's some more in there too. It's nice.
Change an angle a little. Alright, I'm about as far as I can go with the palm. So I'm just going to slowly come out.
Good line. Yeah, probably good.
So just giving it a little bit of time to integrate again, to breathe a little. So I'm going to go in with the elbow, and I'm going to do a similar kind of thing. Maybe it won't go quite as far. We'll just see. So sinking in. Bearing a bit harder, a bit deeper. There.
Yeah, I reckon you can pull maybe a bit more towards my feet as well. So stay, just
there.
Yeah.
In.
But kind of back towards the spine a bit more too. but just towards my feet more. Let's,
It might be a little bit.
No, you had it, man. You had it. That was like right there.
Yeah. In there.
Yeah, in there, man.
All right, I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Even a bit more ninja, I reckon.
A bit more.
Yeah.
I'm just dropping my body weight.
Testing you, man.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah, just exactly down, but also that way, exactly.
I'm trying to shift this tissue in here that's stuck, and then I'm going to slowly go out laterally, clear that gunk out.
Yeah, it just feels intense, but like a good intensity. There's like a bit of sensation through the hip, like down the glute a bit.
Yeah. It's something that you have to experience. Like even just before when Leo was grabbing my elbow, he kind of knew. There's a knowing. It's like a language. You know what it means. You can interpret it.
Yeah.
You know what you want, what you need. So yeah. And we kind of are humble enough to kind of let people guide us. You know, we're just plumbers at the end of the day, and we're just trying to unblock things. The body heals itself. We never heal a single person. There's innate healing mechanisms in the body. We've got no conscious say in how we heal, you know. So yeah, it's really important to remember, no one ever heals anybody. In saying that as well though, the most important part of healing is in your head. It's your mindset. You create what we want, whatever we're kind of thinking about. If we're thinking about pain, we create pain. We're looking for pain. If we're looking for freedom, we're looking for function, we're looking for strength, we're looking for balance. We do all the things that are going to help us create that. So I'm going to just go a bit quick there. I think he still handle it pretty well though. So yeah, you got to be conscious of your thoughts. So yeah, if you want a certain thing, you're going to go down the pathway, you're going to do the things that are in alignment with what you want. What I want to do, man, I want to get in.
What are you thinking?
Just going to get in close in here. So I want to just use my thumb just to get in real close into in between the spinous processes there, and then just push in and see how it feels.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Yeah. Good though?
Yeah, good. Good.
Yeah. Yeah, I can feel that I'm sinking in deeper and deeper.
Okay.
And I just feel like I want to just give it a little clean.
Yeah.
A little wiggle, just to try and encourage that stuck tissue to unravel.
So like the edges come off a bit, which is good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really intense when you first go into certain areas. But if you just sort of try and breathe, stay calm, allow it in, kind of, then that real therapeutic kind of sensation comes, and then you can just sort of let it go. Things can melt. Just gonna come up a little bit into the side of that one. So I suppose, yeah, you need really good thumb strength to be able to carry these kind of moves off. And you kind of reserve your thumbs for when you really feel like you want to, the person really needs it. You know, they need that real detailed, deep, precise kind of work. Yeah, you're not going to be doing this all the time.
Yeah, that's good.
So you just up there.
Do the spinal erectors, they feel pretty tight? Like they feel?
Yeah. And I think the reason I thought I'm going to do this is when I was trying to get into your money spot, like there was sort of this ropiness, and it was sort of it wasn't that easy to get into it. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna do this work because I feel like that's what you need.
Yeah, it's actually starting to feel a bit more therapeutic through here now. Like it was more just like intense before, and I don't know, it made sense, but now it's just like there's a bit more of that.
Yeah, the space right in that money spot there is starting to clear out because we're dragging it out. We dragged it out that way, dragging it up this way. And what I'm thinking to do for the finale, I'm going to do a line along that bottom rib, just to try and clear where those things are attaching onto that round there.
I reckon you can stay there an inch, just for a bit, I reckon. We're starting to get like really therapeutic, man. Like.
Yeah, I'll just reset, I'll just go up just a millimetre again.
Yeah, that's all money through there.
Yeah.
Don't want to leave any money on the table.
No, mate, we're taking it. One man's trash, another man's treasure. You know that one? This is trash for you, but it's fucking gold for me. I'm taking it. It was one of those things like with doing this job, like it's not a job for me, you know. It's like I fucking love it, and just the sharing life with somebody where we're actually voluntarily being here, we're sharing some life, and like just helping someone with their process, with their life, and making it easier, you know, not having to have the stress of that pain or the lack of movement or lack of function or lack of performance in Leo's case. You know, he wants to run fast, lift heavy, things like that. So you can kind of share in that process with people and see them, you know, be a better version of themselves. It's a really nice thing, and like I just love conversation too. I think that's a really integral part of healing and progressing as well. Like it's sort of not really talked about, but it's that conversation can be something that, you know, triggers you know, something to unblock as well, something to unlock, you know, and just sharing different experiences and just voicing things, you know, sort of instead of it being stuck inside you kind of can voice it and kind of air it. And like a lot of times it's when you've got a relationship with a practitioner, it's safe, you know, because you're kind of not going to get hurt by a practitioner where you could get hurt by a parent or a partner or a kid or, you know, or a boss or something like that. So there's a bubble that I've always enjoyed being in, this bubble where you can kind of, the phones are off, you know, there's no one recording this. It's fucking time when you can just share and you can go to another level with somebody. So it's it's a really nice space, and I think that's where a lot of healing can happen. It's not necessarily the bodywork. Like I think the bodywork is world class. You're not going to get any better, but it can be the conversation that really helps people go forward, you know, make changes they need to change or see the things they need to see, things like that. So it's sort of not a thing that's spoken about much, but it can be the bomb.
Keep that line is the line, I think, inch, man. Like,
yeah, man.
So good.
So my intuition was good. So, you know, just to explore this kind of thing. Leo probably didn't even know himself that this would be a good thing, but now he wants it.
Keep doing it, man.
Keep doing it. Barking orders at me. Tell me what you need, bro.
Just keep on that line. Maybe you can even get to the 12th rib and then to your line across from there.
Yeah.
Are you close to it now, or are you still?
Yeah, getting there. I'll just change tool. That one was starting to need a bit more of a battery change.
Battery change is starting to redline a little bit.
Yeah, this one's shaking, look at that. So I'm fucking arms are running out of gas a little. Like I said, when I first started doing this is something you kind of reserve when you really, really need it. You need that, because the elbow is a bit big. So I just reinforce it with the other hand. Is that good?
That feels great. Money.
Yeah. So I'm just slowly creeping up. In there.
Yeah, feeling pretty tender.
Yep. This will feel great in 4 days.
Hey.
In 4 days from now, you'll be.
You feel great. 4 days. Alright, man.
Yeah. Give it time to integrate, man.
Yep.
I'm just gonna come out. And I'm thinking I might just do a stroke with the knuckles, man, just for something a little bit different for the viewers.
Yep.
And for you as well, maybe.
Yep.
So, Leo, you had a different apprenticeship to most people. Yeah, you were the model for us to film the practitioner course.
I was.
Yeah, so you got to see it, feel it, and then do it on me. So, yeah, something that not anybody else has gone through to that kind of level of comprehensiveness.
I
That's
think it
the
was one of the
word.
most comprehensive ways it was delivered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering I was the only one.
Yeah.
That was there for the onboarding at that time.
Yeah.
I think with the whole filming process as well, it just gave this more detailed
Yeah.
attention to it, you know.
Yeah.
Which was exactly what I needed for me as a reskilling.
Yep.
Separated from the industry after a year of COVID, so
Yep.
I kind of lost touch a little bit, and yeah, it was like the perfect entrance really to an industry. So it worked out from my personal perspective anyway. So
Yeah.
It's got me more in touch with the skill than I think it would have any other way.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you kind of, yeah, we could, when you were doing it on me, for instance, I could critique you, I could coach you, you know, and try to tell you what to do, because I feel like I'm a connoisseur of the work, so I know what it should feel like, I know the pace, I know the kind of angles and things like that, so I could kind of grab you and kind of put you on the rails, you know. So, yeah, and kind of just feeling it as well. You know what it should feel like, you know the pace, you know kind of, there's no surprises for you. Because you kind of, you went through every nook and cranny of your body just about, you know, to get the whole course filmed. So just sort of using that little finger knuckle just to go through that fascia.
Yeah, it's good.
Right under that rib. But kind of with these other knuckles, I'm really clearing those erectors and giving them a good melting as well. Remember that real thick fascia, and we were talking about lats a lot today as well. So that lat actually starts down here, you know, right where the bottom of the sacrum, probably even onto the coccyx as well. And that's kind of goes right up to the, you know, right up to
the arm there.
Arm, yeah. And actually joins onto the humerus.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna go in there.
Yeah, it's a good line.
Yeah, so we just really use that angle. I don't have any wax on me either, so I'm just sort of, that really slows you down, but you still can move, you know. Go at the rate that tissue's unraveling at, the rate that it's getting warmed up at. And then just clearing that space. You can probably actually visually kind of imagine this space in here kind of being open, because the fist just going through there just really slowly. And just sort of melting it, clearing that gunk off that bottom rib, but also kind of melting right in through that space in the lower back. Just gonna finish off there, just a little bit under that rib there. I feel like I've got a bit of gunk there.
Yeah, a bit, just a bit.
Alright, it's gonna slowly sink out, like that. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Maybe we can get you stand up and do a little test, just sort of compare sides, things like that. We've treated one side.
Yeah, it feels freer on that right side.
Yeah.
Left side feels a bit, achy still, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the left side probably needs to do work now, you know?
Yeah,
So,
we'll do it in a minute, yeah. Sure. So yeah, that's one of the real, I don't know if pleasure is the right word, but the real kind of gratifying things about this work, it's really satisfying, is instant results. Like people can feel difference in movement and pain levels instantly, you know, when you test. So yeah, it's really...
Yeah, just that whole QL side it feels looser.
Yeah.
It's not really like straining kind of thing, so...
Yeah, taking the tension off.
Yeah, good man, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, lower back, hip, lats. Yeah, get it worked out.
Come check it out.
Yeah,
Get it done.
do your hangs. I can do these kind of things. Reach and pick some fruit. Hang washing, all that kind of stuff. Use your lats.
Yeah.
Don't just be like this at the desk all your life. Driving your car and that. Lats are there for a reason. Use them or lose it.
Use it or lose it.
Yeah.
All right.
Done.
Done.